And now, a brand new episode of Script to Screen Spotlight here on Radio Lebanon 96.2 FM, made to be heard. Welcome to a brand new episode of Script to Screen Spotlight here on Radio Lebanon 96.2 FM. I'm your host, Alan Mahana, and yes, today is Friday, and we've got a fantastic musical episode for you today, and I'm slowly realizing that the thing that's supposed to be recording me on YouTube is not recording, and we're live on the air, so this is fun. There we go, now it's recording. So we've got a special guest for you today, and I can't have that guest without having the solo to my Chewbacca, Had Solo.
Hey guys, how are you? How's everything?
I'm good, it's Friday.
I'm happy that there's a guest here to see the mistakes you make live on air.
It's absolutely, you know what, it's probably because, and it's really weird, but starstruck maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Not really. You're not supposed to be talking yet. We haven't even introduced you.
Okay.
Gee, look at this.
Can you guess who this is?
So today's episode is solely focused on the music or songs of the movies.
Yeah.
You know, what makes them great, why we haven't really been hearing them so much in movies lately. And we couldn't do that without having a guest that kind of understands that side of the biz, maybe, sort of.
Someone who sings. Someone who sings. Someone who appreciates. I'm sure appreciates that side of the movies themselves. Because I know he's a big fan of movies. We've always talked about that.
And he's always wanted to write songs.
Yeah, and
I know that little piece of trivia.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So who better than
the one and only
Mr.
Anthony
Touma.
Hello.
Hey, can I speak now, Alan?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
He's such a dictator. You see what I deal with every week?
And can you repeat your name for me? What's your name?
Alan Mahana?
Mahana.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like Mohana.
No.
What's that from?
That Disney movie.
Moana.
Is
Moana.
Yeah, Moana.
Yeah, except it's Mahana.
Mahalo.
Yeah, well, all right. So...
nice, Adi.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun episode.
Oh, it is.
Starting out without recording myself, had to give a little cue and all that chaos. I don't even know how I'm going to edit that in. It's going to be fun.
That's going to be funny.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's like, ooh. Doing the reverse Thanos.
Yeah, nice. Well played.
Thank you. Since this is mostly a movie, movie and TV show kind of radio show, we have a new side of that business here with us, and we wanted to turn the spotlight on Mr. Anthony Touma himself a little bit, in case there are people out there who are listening to the show, considering we are international, who don't know who Mr. Anthony Touma is just yet. So we wanted to give him a little spotlight, to have him talk about himself a little bit. I'm sure he loves doing that.
I hate doing that.
Well, you're going to have to do that. So here we go. The spotlight's on you today, Mr. Touma.
Please walk away.
All right, that's enough of that.
That's a cool song.
It's a good
love
song.
that song.
Who sings it?
I don't know. I heard he's pretty good.
Some weird Lebanese kid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But the kid's got talent. The kid is good.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You could say he is maybe the greatest showman.
He kind of is. Yes. Yeah, well played.
Greatest showman.
All right. So
I like that.
You're welcome. Why don't you go ahead and just give us a little bit of background as to how you got into this crazy business called singing. How was the star born? Look at, I'm on fire today.
You're like,
I'm on fire. So go ahead and, do your thing.
So I'm Anthony Touma. I'm 26. I'm Lebanese. I live in Lebanon. How did I get started? I started with my mom, actually. She used to sing a lot and play the guitar for me when I was very young.
Okay.
And at an early age, I joined the choir, the school choir.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a Christian school kind of thing. And and they heard me sing and they were like, "Oh, you have a nice voice." they actually used to put me with the girls because my voice was too high pitched. And I started to learn piano as well at the same time. Around the same time, I was 7 years old. And it just really grew on me. I fell in love with it. Started my rock band when I was 14. I used to have long hair and dress all black and listen to metal and stuff like that.
I can't even. That sounds like a completely different person.
Yeah, it sounds made up, but it's true. I have pictures. I have proof.
We want pictures.
And after that, I actually started my own career because the band wanted to get into studies and stuff like that. I wanted to stay in music. And then I went to The Voice France. I was 20. And I went to the semifinals. I got signed off the show with Universal Music France. I stayed there for a couple of years. I went to London, studied music business and music production and singing. And then I went back to Lebanon and I signed with Universal Music Dubai. And between these things, I won Dancing with the Stars, which was cool.
Nice.
So he's a singer.
A man with many talents.
I'm about to say a singer, dancer, singer-songwriter, actor.
And the highlight would be a duo with Enrique Iglesias.
Oh.
Yeah, that is true. He did do that.
Yeah.
Not the duo with the person sitting right across from you? Not that?
No, but shout out to Muhammad Atiyah who's sitting right here.
He's sitting on his phone, is looking at us like, what's happening?
What's happening? What am I doing here?
Yeah, I'm only getting one side of the conversation.
I had a deal with Muhammad Atiyah as well. It's called Kulli Leila. It's amazing, and we just recorded a new one actually.
Ooh, fun!
That we're playing next.
That's a scoop.
Yep, that is a
scoop.
You heard it first. Script to screen right here. So that's fun. It's been an interesting journey for you, I guess, so far.
Very.
You and I had a conversation at one point because we sat down and you said that you are very interested in getting more into songwriting.
Yes,
is that
true.
Is that still a thing? Are you still pursuing that, or?
No, it is a thing. I just released my album Ups and Downs, and I was thinking, what am I supposed to do next?
Okay.
And I wanted to write a new album, that's for sure.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed the songwriting process, and I found that there were really good songs on the album objectively, and I would like to write these kind of songs for other artists to sing. I think it's a cool exercise, and I really think it's a really nice field to get into. You get to meet a lot of different artists. You get to learn from them. You get to experience how it is to write for someone that's not you, that doesn't have the same range or same style of singing. So I really want to get into that. I really enjoy writing songs.
So because this is a nice transition into what we're about to talk about. So is writing songs? Are you having to write the lyrics and the notes at the same time, or is it kind of one? Is it one or the other, or how does that work?
For my album, I wrote the songs and the melodies.
Okay.
And for me personally, every songwriter has his own process, that's for sure.
Okay.
But being a musician, for me, it starts with the melody.
Okay.
So I would be playing, I was just fooling around on the piano, and then I'd come up with a certain melody that I think is cool. And then I try to find a theme that would fit on that melody, and then from the theme write the lyrics that would fit the melody. So that's usually how it happens for me. There are some exceptions, like singing in the shower and you come up with a sentence that sounds cool, or driving and then you hear something that inspires you to try and write something off of it. So yeah, it happens differently.
How many times have you fallen out of the shower trying to get to your phone to record or to write down something?
No, but I'm just too worried I'm going to forget. So I keep singing it until I come out. And then my dad comes yelling at me like, can you shut up? Because you've been repeating the same sentence for like half an hour.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that could happen. And I usually spend too much time under the shower because I'm just imagining myself singing a song on stage or I don't know where. So,
accepting your Grammy.
And since we're in Lebanon, that kind of makes us lose all the hot water.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you and I have very similar things but you, it's lyrics, and for me, it's, writing scripts and stories in my head and coming up with like, how am I going to critique this movie? And then, except I'm not saying stuff out loud like you are. I can't do that.
Have you tried?
What?
Have you tried?
No, it's just not. I mean, I can't see myself talking about a scene over and over and over. I just. One benefit would be my dog in the shower, because if only she could record what I'm saying, that would be fun.
I missed that. Do you get your dog into the shower?
She follows me into the bathroom all the time.
Okay. The bathroom, not the shower.
Yeah, no, not inside with me in the shower. Oh man, no.
Very interesting moment of Alan and the dog in the shower.
All right. Okay. So now let's get down to the business. Now, let's start talking about some of our favorite movie songs and why we love them. They don't have to be necessarily the truth theme song of the movie, but like songs from films could also work as well. Hot, I'm gonna put you on the spot and tell you to go first.
All right, so there's a very iconic song I love by the Righteous Brothers.
Sure.
Yep, from Ghost. Have you watched Ghost?
Yeah. Nice.
And the Unchained Melody.
Yeah, you're talking about the pottery scene.
Yeah, I think when I watch it, I think
I love how you guys are doing
the pottery movement.
Pottery scene.
Yeah, I think when I watched it, I was a kid. I was 11 or 12.
You had no idea what was going on, did you?
I was very turned on for like I didn't understand the whole music and the whole touching and kissing and pottery flying left and right.
See, it's all good and it's all fun and games up until you slowly realize that this was happening literally, technically to Whoopi Goldberg.
No. At that point, he was still Patrick Swayze.
Was he?
Yes.
I thought that was like the kiss happened later. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. No, that was Patrick Swayze as Patrick Swayze. Demi Moore as Demi Moore with a haircut. Yeah. And I really do love that song. I enjoy it so much. There's so much passion and love. And that scene, the chemistry is like sizzling on the screen between the two leads.
Today's episode is brought to you by the word sizzling.
Ooh, sizzling. So that's a song for me, which is whenever I listen to it, because there are several versions. There's a Righteous Brothers version. There's an older version, a newer version. And whenever I hear the song, I cannot but associate it to that specific scene in that specific movie, which is a very good movie, by the way. I really enjoy Ghost.
Ghost is awesome.
And Whoopi Goldberg is just fantastic.
She's brilliant in this
crazy
film.
In it.
She's so good.
So yeah, that's one of my...
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
All-time favorite songs?
Sorry?
It's one of your all-time favorite songs?
In a movie, within that context, yeah, definitely.
Cool. Mr. Touma?
Can I say a recent one?
Sure, yeah.
I loved Shallow from A Star Is Born.
Somehow I was not... I just knew that that's where he was going. It could have been possibly one of the stories on his Instagram.
Yeah,
it could have
probably.
been.
I absolutely loved that song. I think it was so smart, so creative, and I just felt it when I was watching the movie. I just felt it, like connected to the music and to the song.
Definitely.
And what did you guys think about the movie? And I know
we gave it.
I know you did already.
I watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love that movie.
So you didn't like it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I liked it a bit.
just a little bit.
I'm trying to get Muhammad Ati to go watch it.
It's a fantastic film, and I think what really helps with A Star Is Born is the way, again, and we had and I sort of talked about this. It's the way Bradley Cooper kind of puts you on the stage with them, and he's not filming from the audience, he's filming from the stage, so it's really difficult not to be moved at that moment and get all the chills. And you hear the crowd and you see the crowd and you're standing literally with the camera, you're standing right behind them, behind Bradley Cooper and behind Lady Gaga, and you're just like, you're there, you're on that stage, so it makes it that much more difficult not to feel anything, because you're just like, oh, so that's what artists feel like. I don't want to get on stage ever.
I do.
Well, really? Okay, so as for me, I'm gonna go a little old school here, and say that I am a big, huge fan of Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
I can't. It's it's such an iconic song. It's such an iconic track. It's
Can you sing it for us?
No. This isn't a Lebanese talk show where people ask you to sing live on.
Don't you have like a mic, a wireless mic?
Yeah, I mean every time. Honestly, every time. I'm singing
in the rain.
Yeah. Okay. So every time it rains outside, every time I see, I'm a big fan of rain as it is. I'm a big fan of stormy weather. I mean, although Lebanese people don't seem to know how to drive in stormy weather, I am a big fan of that weather and that atmosphere. So that song for me it's so, and again, when you know the backstory behind it, he had a fever, and the rain is actually like milky rain. It's not just water. You hear all of that together, and you're like, how can you not like this song? And it's a feel good song, and I think it's very, it's like let go and have fun and love life and sing in the rain. That sort of thing. Number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me is by Mr. Eminem. It's the Lose Yourself.
Oh, really?
8 Mile.
I did not take you for a rap person at all.
I love Eminem. He's one of those rappers who's just so freaking real, freaking raw. He says what's on his mind.
Back in the day.
No, now.
He's just,
Kamikaze.
He's all like boom.
Blew up. Did you listen to the new album?
Did you hear yourself? You just said Kamikaze blew up. I mean,
yeah.
Which is literally what happens when a kamikaze
no, but
goes
really,
kamikaze.
did you listen to the album?
No, I have not.
Slim Shady is back. I tell you that. He's really back and he's really angry.
Is this another scoop for it? Slim Shady is back, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it first. I'll skip
the screen.
Yeah, but definitely that song.
I feel I'm on board. I love that song.
It is so powerful. It's so him. It's so, but so raw. Taking parts of his personal life, and I love that movie, and I love the final scene where you have the battle between him and Anthony Mackie.
Yeah,
and he destroyed Mackie, and he destroys himself in front of Anthony.
You mean he loses himself?
Yeah, kind of. Ooh, well played, Alan.
I told you,
he's on fire.
Today. He's like, oh my god, he's singing in the rain.
I am not. No. Maybe a little later as we're leaving.
Yeah, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So definitely one of those iconic.
For sure, for sure. Anthony, number 2.
I'm gonna sound pretty cheesy for that one. I don't even know if you guys know it, but it's from a movie called Justin and Kelly.
Oh no. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
the American Idol people, right?
Yeah,
the American Idol people.
It's not a really good movie.
Okay.
But there's a song in it called Timeless, and I just absolutely love it.
Is it timeless?
Yeah.
Has it aged well?
Yeah. No, I love it, and I think maybe I have a personal connection to it because I used to sing it with my sister all the time. My sister also has a really nice voice.
Okay.
And we used to watch the movie and sing along to it. So So I kind of have like this
personal connection
backstory.
To it.
Yeah.
Ooh, someo's singing. There's a child singing in the studio.
If this
Alvin
was
and the Chipmunks.
If this was the Halloween special, we could have said like this is a ghost, but it's not. Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah.
As for me, number 2, it's actually from a Disney film. And it's Go the Distance from Hercules.
Yeah.
Lyrically, I think the words just it hits home. You know, I can go the distance, sort of thing. No, I'm not gonna sing it. But I think it's a great song. I think for me, the Hercules sound, Hercules in general, is one of the most underrated Disney movies ever. The soundtrack is insane.